Last Pony. I'm Shanda Dewey. I play drums.
My name's Jeff, also known as J-Dog, and I play the bass.
I'm Eddie. I play guitar and sing.
And I'm Greg. I play guitar primarily, and sometimes I sing.
Not to describe you guys, but like I would. You guys sound a little more heavier than your normal jam band. You have some roars and some songs. I love it. What is there like a blend of what
I think
you're
some
aiming for here? Because it's definitely not what everybody else is doing.
Right. I come from Fish is my favorite band. I used to listen to them way more than I do now when I was younger. Nowadays I listen to a lot of like post rock and post metal, so like atmospheric, like delay and reverb drenched, heavier music. So I bring a lot of that here because I like what we do with the improv thing. Like Fish as a jam band, that whole operational thing of improvising and building to crescendos and stuff in the moment and having it be different every time is fun and thrilling. And we were talking earlier, I said I come from kind of like a metal background, so some of that is just in my DNA, and that's just what comes out when I write songs. I'm not sure about your thoughts on that.
I mean,
Well, you got more of like a 90s pop kind of
I
thing,
love 90s music. I love 90s pop and 90s rock and alternative. I love that shit. And I also love indie music. Fish is my favorite band, but other than that, I'm not like huge into jam bands. I like a lot of jam bands, listen to them a lot, but I really like I like lyrics a lot. Conor Oberst is my biggest influence of Bright Eyes. So I like indie music a lot. I like what Fish does on a creative level. I don't necessarily want to sound like them. I love different sets every night. I love the improv. I love everything, like down to the artwork. I love the posters. I love
like
they
the
create
idea
a
of
world.
What they're doing.
Yeah, it's an artistic world. It's a creative world. It's not just a sound. You know what I mean?
And everything's kind of encouraged, it's not really like judgmental.
But I think it's cool because you don't, like Fish gets dark and weird and stuff, and sometimes, and I guess you have other bands like Humphreys who get heavy or whatever. But I feel like we do that differently than most people, and I think that's cool, and I think people are responding to it.
Yeah, they react to it pretty well.
Yeah.
Which is cool,
Yeah, I think people like that it's a little different.
Yeah. Yeah, they like that it's not like your average Dead or Fish cover band that's trying to sound like them, even though like they're great and they have their place. When we're trying to create something, you need to do something that's different.
Right.
And we're like obviously influenced by all of them, but we never go into it thinking we want this to sound like that. It's never even a thought that crosses our mind.
Even with the covers we do, I prefer them not to sound like the originals. I'd rather make them our own, like Fish does.
Now speaking of the album, you mentioned you got one coming up, right?
Yeah, our first album.
Yeah,
how much can you talk about it?
Talk about as much as we want.
I just didn't know if how much you guys released about it already.
Yeah, no, nothing.
We haven't released much about it, but
we'd like to start talking about it.
Yeah.
It'll be done probably in a month or so. Maybe. We're planning on a fall release at this point.
Cool. And now, how much of what you guys are playing right now is going to be on the album? And is there songs that aren't yet released that you've played already that are going to be newly featured on this album?
No, there's 7 tunes on the album, and they're all songs that we play regularly.
We have them all in our rotation right now.
It's mostly our oldest stuff.
Our older original stuff.
Yeah, like Portraits and Stardust, Bollygollie's on there,
Maximus,
like all the
Grover's,
Hypnos,
Too Close.
And Too Close to the Sun. Yep.
But there are a few songs that we're playing like in our shows that aren't on the album. But
we have a whole album's worth of stuff that's
new stuff.
So hopefully once we get this out, we'll probably try to get that stuff recorded and done.
Yeah, we're gonna get right back in the studio for that.
Right.
So so you guys had 2 festival dates in the same day. What was it like as far as everything from setup on the first one, playing, tear down, and then going through that same revolving roll. Was it far away from each other?
Because Farming Man was like 95 degrees, like sweltering heat, but it was great and it was awesome. The setup was quick and easy.
Setup was great. The sound company was awesome.
Yeah.
They were really nice. They had everything dialed in nicely. It sounded great. We got up and just played.
They had us under this like cool emergency tent thing that they used for like
triage tent.
Yeah, that's right. It was a triage tent.
That was
for like the
military.
Yep. I don't know how they acquired that.
But it was cool. Like we just drove our cars down and just unloaded our cars and just it's great.
Quick setup.
Very cool setup.
Quick
We had a
breakdown.
great set.
We had a lot of fun on stage and
the Bali Golly Jam from that is.
It was so hot though, dude.
Oh, it was so hot. My guitar's never been so wet before.
Yeah. We were soaked. I had to like peel off my shirt.
Yeah.
Like for real, dude. It was gnarly.
I had like sunscreen drips. You could see the white of like my sunscreen on my guitar going down to my pots because I rest my arm here and it was sweltering. But it was cool because we got to hang out and eat dinner for a little bit and then just get on the road to.
We trucked down to.
Which became an
Divine
ordeal.
Vibes, and it was like a monsoon on the way up to Divine Vibes, which is in Petersburg.
Yeah.
And there were trees down and lines down,
lightning
and it was
the
just
whole time.
lightning.
We were like, we're
with
not
sheets of
playing.
rain. Like I'm driving like this to get there.
Yeah.
Kind of like this like
Tent.
caravan.
We
going
get there
up.
and all like the tents are like down because it's pouring.
Covered in
Yeah.
tarps.
Drive into like a mud pit to park.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I thought I was gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know if we were playing, so we found the organizer and he was like,
They
we're not
moved
really sure.
He didn't seem sure if we were gonna play either.
but then they moved us inside, which there was already music going on inside, so that was cool. So we played and it was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was
a
fun.
good set.
It was a really cool
I'm
place.
glad we like went through with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me too. We were worried when we got there because it was so wet, so muddy. It was outdoors. We didn't really want to take our gear out and
Deal with that.
put it in mud.
Yeah.
But they were cool. They like had a good setup for us
They had a
too.
great
They
setup,
had
yeah.
a good plan, a good like action plan. So
Yeah, they were
worked
working
out well.
hard. John Olander was doing sound. We
Yeah.
had done sound for us at Swifties, and he was working really hard. And they did a good job. It was fun, and I hope we can do it next
they like
year.
made the best of a
They did.
party situation
Yeah.
because it was a mess, but it was awesome.
Okay. Wow. Damn. Was it the two festivals far away from each other or?
It's like an hour from
Yeah, so-
Voorheesville, which is the Indian Ladders, to Peter. It was like a little under an hour, but about that.
But like when we were in Voorheesville for the Farming Man Festival during the day, the storm was coming and you could see it and like it just missed Voorheesville.
Yeah.
And you could finally feel like that cool breeze.
Oh, it got so
Just-
windy.
Yeah, it got really windy, but like
It got
you
nice
could,
after.
it wasn't
once we
going to
finished.
rain. It wasn't going to rain. So we're like, all right, we got to pack up, go, and then we just entered the storm. And you could see it like when we were crossing the Hudson, just entering like this dark area, and it's like 8:39 where it should be
Pitch
the
black.
sunset, and it's just pitch black, dark, sleet, rain.
Victoria and Big
Gnarly.
Daddy were like, oh, it looks like we're going into like a horror movie.
Yeah,
Last
dude.
House on the
It was
Left or
so
something.
gnarly.
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah.
That lightning was wild, like
It was
red
so
lightning.
wild. The road
and
closed
he's like,
down.
can you miss the potholes?
Yeah.
I'm
Those
like,
roads were
I
so
can't even
awful.
hear
They were
them.
so
Like,
bad.
I
Those
can't
roads
see
were
what
so
I'm
bad.
doing.
Oh man.
Yeah, we get a call from Greg. Like he's driving in front of us. He's like, "There's a tree in the road."
I'm like, go through it, go through it.
Yeah.
And then so like there was a big tree that was like fallen like kind of, I don't know, maybe like 9 feet above the road, but then there was like a whole bunch of big logs on the ground, and just so happened like maybe 10 minutes after we arrived at the site, people come through and are like, hey, tell everybody the road is closed, like the trees and the lines fell, so like we just made it.
Yeah.
Just made it.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it was wild.
That's cool. That was the
fun.
first time you guys done two
gigs in a
They
day.
get back to back. I
Yeah.
think
Oh
so,
my god.
You're not a real band until you do 2 shows.
Yeah.
So we're real now.
Yeah.
Speaking of things like that, the bird sweatshirt.
Yes.
When did you get it? It's got a legacy now.
It does have a legacy. One of my friends did an interview, I think maybe with you, at the Disc Jam, and Matt Richards, great friend, but he needed a sweater because he came over to my place like before the run of Disc Jam. He's like, "Hey man, you got a sweater I can borrow?" I'm like, "Dude, I have the perfect sweater for you. Like, this is it. My mom bought it, and like I actually fucking love it, and I really don't get a chance to wear it out too often. plus it's summer and whatever. But I wanted to just maintain the tradition of.
You're a big bird fan.
Oh yeah, and I love birds. Yeah, that was the other thing. We buy each other bird books, and like, I guess that's like the inside joke of why we like wearing this sweater. Yeah. But it's awesome. I love it.
I guess just looking forward, is there anything else you want to share with everybody about what you guys have upcoming other than the album, dates, and just Glass Pony news in general?
I'm really looking forward to my best friend Keith owns a farm up in Vermont, and they're doing this open farm event August 10th, and they asked us to play. So we're gonna go play up on this beautiful farm.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous on a hill. The view is just ridiculous, and we get to play from like 3 to 10. So we get to just do whatever we want. We get to jam all day. We get to play all the songs we want to play. On this farm with good friends, good people.
To that.
Yep, anyone's welcome to come. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Pitch a tent and hang.
Saturday, August 10th.
Yep, Starksboro, Vermont.
Yeah, so that's there. And then, just the album.
The album, I can't wait to finish.
Get a date release for the release party for that.
More shows. I mean, I want to say thank you to Big Daddy C-Potty. He helps us out a lot with carrying our gear and stuff. He's always trucking along, and my girlfriend Victoria takes pictures for us and stuff too that we use for like Eddie's set list photos and stuff. So
awesome.
I just want to give a shout out to those
great people.
Guys.
And I want to say to Tom that the groove is now, and anyone else that's listening, that the groove is right
now.
Right now.
And nowhere else. And that's like, that line alone is like pivoted my life into this great blooming thing. It's awesome.
Yeah, our support circle is amazing.
We're very lucky. Extremely lucky.
Yeah, our family, our friends, they're just so supportive.
Yeah.
We literally couldn't be doing this without all those people.
No, my parents put up with me doing the music thing for years, and they've always been so supportive. And without their support, I wouldn't be doing this. Because
I agree.
There's a lot of downtime where you're not really sure where your life's going.
Yeah.
But
it's working out.
Yeah.